What does a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Hello, and welcome back. This is Millennium TV 24, Money Talks. I am your host, Cynthia Abbott, your financial advisor, your financial coach. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. I'm so excited. I love Sundays. It starts off the week well. I'm so thankful to be here, to be alive, and to have you here with me. So this month, as we've been talking about life insurance, because September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And I am here to bring you the facts, bring you information that's necessary for you to make sure that your families are properly protected, that you continue to build that financial home as we're on this journey to financial independence. Today, I have a great guest. She is a mental health practitioner. She's also a CEO, founder of her own company. I'll bring her in after commercial break. But I want to give you some facts about research that was independently done. This was research done by limrod.com about life insurance because it's Life Insurance Awareness Month. Because did you know most people don't plan to fail? They just fail to plan. And why is it that people fail when it comes to their finances? 1, not having a plan. 2, uninformed. And 3, misinformed. So think about this show as a show that's going to bring you the facts to inform you, get you informed so you won't be misinformed, underinformed, in order for you to make the right decisions to properly protect you and your loved ones. It's income protection. Life insurance is income protection. So let me give you some stats based on limmer.com. Survey was completed this year, January 2021. And this panel surveyed adults, consumers who are financial decision makers. They're the head of the household. They bring home the bread. Okay? So they generated about over 3,000 responses, including an intentional oversample of Black Americans. So this supplemental report focuses on responses from 346 Black American respondents. So here are the stats, because numbers don't lie. They just don't. Ownership and the need for coverage. Black American life insurance ownership increased during the pandemic. The majority of Black Americans, 56%, own life insurance, up 3% from 2020. 3% increase from 2020. However, 46% of Black Americans, an estimated 20 million, believe they need or need more life insurance. They just don't have enough coverage because people are either underinsured or over premiumed. And that's what I've been seeing throughout my work with families, teaching them about what's important about putting these plans in place for their loved ones. I've seen people who are paying too much for their life insurance. So these numbers are on target. Financial concerns in the Black American population. Black Americans report a higher level of financial concerns than the overall population. The prevalence of these concerns, coupled with the disappropriate impact of COVID-19 on Black Americans, is influencing their likelihood to buy life insurance in the next year. 6 in 10 Black Americans plan to purchase coverage over the next year. So here are some top reasons for owning life insurance. Reasons: to pay off burial costs, those final expenses. 66% of these surveyors stated that they needed it to pay for burial expenses and final expenses. 39% reported they needed to make sure they use it for wealth transfer. Because life insurance, it can build an estate for your family. So 39% of these respondents understood that it can also be wealth building for their loved ones, for their next generation. 33% of them reported that they were looking to supplement their retirement income. And we'll talk more about how to plan retirement outside of a life insurance. So that's the misinformed part. Top 3 reasons for not buying life insurance. 31% of the respondents said it was too expensive. Why is that? Uninformed. 30% said that they had other financial priorities. So because they have other financial priorities, they just never got the coverage. Number 3, 22% reported not sure how much they need or what type to buy. So please go back and watch previous shows so you can understand the 2 different types of life insurance, because I'm bringing you the information that you need in order to make the proper decisions for your family. Lack of knowledge plays a role in coverage gap. 75% of Black Americans overestimate the cost of life insurance. The average annual cost of a 20-year term policy for a healthy 30-year-old, it could cost a 30-year-old man versus woman is different, anywhere from $150 to $165. Half of Americans overestimate their cost threshold just because not having the right information, or being misinformed, or being uninformed. Fewer than 4 in 10 Black Americans feel very knowledgeable about life insurance. Fewer than 4 in 10. In line with the general population. So greater interest in working with a financial planner have actually increased. Today, 43% of Black Americans report working with a financial professional. Consistent with the national average, actually. It's consistent with the national average of 43% reported working with a financial professional, like myself. However, Black Americans are more likely than the general population to be looking to engage a financial professional, 30% versus 25%. Again, guys, the numbers don't lie. Wouldn't you agree? So just to recap, 56% of Black Americans own life insurance. Okay? So the gap that we need to fill is just the educational piece to make sure everyone is properly protected, because I am on a mission to make sure that families are properly protected, families become debt-free, and families can get to financial independence. Because you can build wealth. You can get to financial independence. And I am here to make sure, again, that you get the facts in order to move the process forward. Because you deserve the right protection. So does your family. So getting life insurance, the right type, to ensure your family's financial future is key. That gives you a peace of mind. Imagine having a peace of mind, knowing that, God forbid, something happened to you and you become an angel too soon. You can know that your families will be okay, because life insurance, again, should be called income protection, because it protects your income. Because if you are the breadwinner in your family, you're making sure that the household is moving forward. You have children, you own a home, you have a mortgage, student loan, you have debt. You need to make sure that you have that protection, because if you become an angel too soon, your income goes away with you. So then that life insurance replaces the income. And that's part of it that most people don't understand. So I am always making sure that I provide that educational piece in order to get you and your family the proper protection. And what is the proper protection? Term life insurance is very simple. It's pure protection. It has no hidden agenda. Because do you insure your car? If you have a car, I know you have to insure it. You have a home, you insure the home. How important it is to insure your home, because disasters does happen. And if there's a fire or a hurricane, a storm, whatever, and your house is affected, that coverage then it goes into effect and pays for the repairs or to rebuild that house. So how much is your life worth? How much is it worth? Do you insure it? And I'm sure your house is worth a lot more than your car. I would hope so. A lot more than your house. And what about the cell phones that people insure? You need to make sure that you insure your life, because your life is worth a lot more than material things. You cannot replace the person, but you can replace the income. So that is why we should call life insurance income protection. When we talk about term life, we're talking about for a period of time. In the event you are no longer here, it covers you for a period of time, anywhere from 10 years to 35 years. So that you know that whatever happens, you may have a mortgage that needs to be paid off. You may have children that need to go to school, get an education. You may need to make sure that your debt is paid off. So having these protection in place. Can you mute? Thank you. All right. So right now we will take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. And I will be bringing on my guests, and make sure you're taking notes. See you in a few minutes. Okay. So while we're waiting to go on commercial break, I'll go ahead and introduce my guests. Just a brief bio about Mrs. Kenesha Newland Bradwick. She's an innovative clinician who specializes in trauma, anxiety, and depression. Together with clients, she creates a customized therapeutic plan that enables her clients to access the right information so they can get to their full potential. Kenesha is the owner and director of Serenity, Courage, and Wisdom LLC Counseling, which allows her to practice her craft independently. She's a millennial. She's independent. She also works with the company. We're in a charter school where she helps youth between the ages of 5 and 11 years old. So she's working with children and families. So Ms. Kenesha will be coming on right after commercial. So hang in there. See you shortly.
What does a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys. You know, we're having a little internet connection issues, but here is our guest, Miss Kenesha Newland Bradwick. Mrs. Kenesha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for having me.
Hi, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for accepting this invite, to be on our show so that you can help us with, bringing home what we're talking today about is life insurance, changing the mindset so that people can understand that it's a mindset shift that needs to happen in order to understand the need to protect their loved one, protect their families. God forbid something happens to them, their families are protected. So I appreciate you being here today because Kenesha is one of the most compassionate, caring, loving young entrepreneur, millennial. I can go on and on about her. She is always advocating for families in every aspect that you can think of. Not just the mental health piece. She understands, how that mindset piece can affect someone's ability to make the right decision and getting their finances in order, getting the facts, and making sure that their loved ones are protected. So again, thank you, Kenesha, for being here. I wanted to go right into asking you a few questions. And how's the family doing, by the way?
They're doing great. Thank you for asking. They're all just navigating and trying trying to get our holding on, you know, life as we know it right now.
Okay. Wonderful. I can't see you, Kenesha, but I don't know if we're still having some internet connection problem. I don't see you on the screen. I can hear you. If your camera is not on, you can turn it on so we can see your beautiful face.
I can see you. Oh, let me turn it off and turn it on again.
Thank you. Technical difficulties, they happen.
It's okay. My camera's on.
Okay.
Sound is on. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay. It says, all right. So I'll go right into asking Kenesha. I know you're using someone else's Zoom right now, and it says Tanya Newland, but this is Kenesha Newland Bradway. So my first question to you, Kenesha, is how would you approach this topic with your clients in your field of work as a psychotherapist?
So largely, many clients I've seen are experiencing some form of loss, and so we talk a lot about whether the person whom they've lost is the income provider, right? Or
Yes.
that's the person who kind of held the family together. And so having this significant loss affects them not only emotionally, but financially, right? And
Yes.
so helping them to figure out how to prepare themselves now in a situation where they are unprepared for,
Right.
and helping them to pick up the pieces.
Right.
So a lot of times it's really talking through what they need in the immediate, and also helping to calm some of the anxiety that comes from that unprepared and unexpected, many times sudden loss, and loss of income as well, loss of financial stability, to navigating what other options that they can have to feel a little bit more secure as they move forward.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, yes, yes, it's very important. And do you agree that most people can't bridge those two things together when it comes to the emotional piece and the financial piece?
Cynthia, you're muted.
Okay. Hello? We're having some technical difficulties, guys. Hang in there. So, Kenesha, if you can hear me. No, she cannot hear me. All right. So, as you guys heard it from Kenesha, we'll bring her back in after these technical difficulties are sorted out. They happen. She talked about, the anxiety and the
I'm
depression.
sorry, I don't know if you can hear me, but I
Yes,
can't.
we can
There
hear
you
you, Kenesha.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang
You're
on.
unmuted now, so you can go ahead.
Okay. I believe they're working on that right now, but I can hear you clearly. Okay, so as she talked about anxiety and depression surrounding these issues, losing that income in the household, it is so key to understand that. This is why I emphasize that income protection should be the name, not life insurance by itself, but it's income protection. Because with some policies, like when I sit down with my clients, I show them provisions in policies where they can have what you call live-in benefits. So if they are alive, part of it can be used for any terminal illness, any type of, chronic terminal illness. As long as they have a certification from a physician saying they're terminally ill, they can take a portion of that coverage and take care of their expenses. So I will take a quick break so that we can fix this technical issues that we're having. And when we return, I'll bring Miss Kenesha back so that we can ask her a few more questions. I'm sorry, Kenesha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What does a
I
Regis
okay.
divorce,
I
a
don't know
Regis
what's because I
bankruptcy,
don't
and a
have.
Regis
I'm
personal
in a
injury
room.
claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish. What does a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Changing mindset and life insurance. That's our topic of today. We have Mrs. Kanisha Newland Brettwaite on the line, and she is clinician. She works with clients, teaching them and educating them and helping them on the journey as they go through any type of emotional distress, whatever is related to. But she can tell you that there is a part of it that needs to be addressed when it comes to finances. So our topic today is just changing the mindset and talking about life insurance. So Kanisha, I am going to bring you back on. You spoke briefly about anxiety and depression and how it's all related with losing that income in the household. So I'm going to ask you to continue to expand on that a little bit more.
Sure. And so many of our clients, that many of the clients I've seen have had this unexpected loss. And so having almost feeling like the rug has been pulled under you in many sense, and being able to navigate the next step,
Yes.
definitely triggers anxiety, can trigger depression as you're grieving, and many other mental health diagnoses as well. And so sometimes we really have those candid conversations on how to prepare and how to lessen some of the anxiousness that comes with grief.
Wow. Wonderful. That's great. Thank you for that answer because we want to bring awareness. It's Life Insurance Awareness Month. And when you're talking about, mental health and life insurance, mental health awareness, life insurance awareness, it all goes together. And as you stated, these issues, sometimes it bring on that stress, and you're able to help your clients work through that. And just understanding it for yourself with COVID-19 on the rise, right? Again, right? We say again, it hasn't ended just yet. How would you address those fears and anxiety related to purchasing life insurance amongst certain
What does a Regus
minority
divorce, a
population,
Regus bankruptcy,
such
and a
as
Regus
Black
personal injury
Americans?
claim have in common?
Absolutely.
Regus
For our
lawyers,
community,
lawyers who
insurance is
care,
not something
convenient,
that's largely
affordable,
talked about,
respectful,
right?
and
We're candid,
experienced.
and I'm very
For
candid
over
with you.
20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish. What does a Regus divorce, a Regus bankruptcy, and a Regus personal injury claim have in common? Regus lawyers, lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome back. I apologize that we've had some technical difficulties, and they do happen, so sometimes we have no control of those things. But thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. I'll definitely be bringing back our guest Kanisha. I have to bring her back, so that she can give you those great nuggets of how it's all related, the mental piece and the financial piece, and how she's able to help her clients to get through those barriers on that journey to making sure that they're well, not just well mentally, but financially. So she understands it. She treats depression and she treats anxiety. Those are her main focus, because during the pandemic, which has not ended, right? We still are in a pandemic. She's had more clients than ever before that she had to treat. And yes, financial, issues are related, because how many people lost their jobs? How many people have lost their loved ones, not having these things in place? And then what happens? It triggers that anxiety. So she's able to help people on that journey to get them through, to make them, just understand that, there is a way they can get over the hump. So I will bring her back so that you guys can hear from her. So I will finish up by talking about the two different types of life insurance again, because there's so much misunderstanding, misconception about the two different types of life insurance. The cash value life insurance versus the term life insurance. Yes, I'm on a mission to make sure people understand how it's really important. Getting the right type of life insurance is so key to their financial success. cash value life insurance. There's so many names. They call it whole life. They call it universal life. They call it variable life. They call it $1 million baby life. Oh, there's so many names for it. Index universal life. They're all the same. There are different components in the provisions. But when you talk about putting your retirement with your life insurance, putting your savings with your life insurance, it's a no-no. Anyone that offers you a life insurance with your savings or retirement bundled together, run. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole, because you're bundling, putting all your eggs in one basket. And here's what happened. When you bundle your investment and your life insurance together, you're taking yourself backwards. You're trying to protect your families. However, your savings and your life insurance should never be in the same basket, because you will not get both. Think about this. You go to the bank. You have, let's say you have $100,000 or $10,000, doesn't matter. You put it in the bank for savings, and you decided a year from now, you're going to the bank and you will take your monies. So you go back to the bank, you fill out a withdrawal slip, offer it to the teller and say, I want to withdraw the monies that I placed here a year ago. The teller then said to you, oh, you must sign here, because in your contract it stated that if you take this money, you must pay it back with interest. Anywhere from 6 to 8% interest. What would you say to that teller? How would you feel at that moment? Would you cause problems at that bank? Because they did not tell you that up front, did they? You have to borrow your own money? If anyone, in my opinion, if anyone understood what whole life insurance is, they would never buy it. Including myself, when I did at the time, I did not know. No one explained it to me. So I'm explaining it in the simplest form for you to understand. Never, ever, ever buy a whole life, cash value, universal life, variable life, universal index life insurance. Don't. Your monies can go in a savings separate from your life insurance. You can invest your money separate from your life insurance. Make that money make money for you. Whenever you need that money, you don't have to borrow your own money and pay it back with interest. When are you going to get to financial independence? When are you going to build your wealth for your families if you keep having to pay interest on your monies that you work hard for? So you buy term life insurance, in my opinion, and in many financial experts' opinion, term life is the best form of insurance for you to protect you and your family. Investment belongs in a separate vehicle. In a cash value, whole life insurance, your premiums are so high, okay? What is your family, what are they going to do with a $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 policy? Really? You can pay so much less for term and have so much more coverage. So borrowing, no one wants to borrow, because guess what? Here's the other thing. If you borrow from that cash value insurance and you don't pay it back, because the provisions say you have to pay it back, if you don't pay it back, every year that interest accumulates over the years. If you never pay it back, you pass away, they will deduct that from the death benefits that they promised that your families would have to take care of the mortgage costs, the debts, the children's education, the burial costs. At some point, you may not even have any coverage, depending on how long you owe your monies that you borrow from your own savings. This is why I sit down with families. I look at whatever they have, because it's good that you have something, but let me make sure you're properly protected. When I look at the provisions of contract and I break it down to them, most people didn't know. So I'm here to give you that information that you need to be able to make sure that you invest your savings in a retirement plan like a 401k, a Roth IRA that have tax advantages. Someone told you, okay, you put your savings in your life insurance and you don't have to pay taxes. Deceitful. I'm here to give you the facts so you're no longer misinformed. Okay? So make sure, again, you buy term if you truly want to protect your families, because consumer advocates recommend buying term life insurance and investing the difference for most families. And if you are able to invest the difference, you will see over the years of having that term, your money's growing. Your money's working for you versus having it in a whole life policy at a fixed rate. Your money's not growing because inflation is growing. Your money have to grow against inflation so that later in the years when you need money, your money will be there for you and you don't have to borrow it. So the answer is term life insurance. And many financial experts recommend term life insurance for the average family. So if you feel like your family is the average family, take a look at your policy. Don't do like I did. I bought it, put it away in the safe, and I thought that it was all good. Until I became informed, educated, finished life insurance school, became licensed, then I was able to understand it more. But before that, no one would sit down with, no one has ever even asked me about what it is that I have and do I even have the right insurance. So that is why, one of the reasons why I want to make sure you're well informed. Again, never ever buy a whole life, a universal life, a variable life, $1 million baby, whatever they call it. Don't buy it, run away from it if it's not term. In my opinion, you're not properly protected. And all term are not equal. Some terms, based on the provision, does not allow you certain things. So you need to know the fine print, and most people can't, don't understand the insurance lingo, right? I mean, it's not your fault. Talk with a financial professional who cares about you, who cares about your family, who cares about you getting financially free and building wealth for your loved ones. Not someone who wants to fill their pockets with a commission. Because in those other policies, for the first year to 3 years, sometimes longer, that monthly payment is going in the pocket of the agent. They're looking to fill their pockets. They're not looking to make sure your family is properly protected. I'm here to tell you the facts. Again, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. And I'm glad that you tuned in. Next week, we'll be back to finish up the segment. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Millennium TV 24 in sponsorship with Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and all your smart TVs. Download our app on your Android or your iPhone. And don't forget, we're streamed on YouTube, so you can catch this show on YouTube. This is your host of Money Talks, Cynthia Abbott. Thank you for watching and have a safe and beautiful and blessed week. See you next time. Hope you guys took notes. to meet you. You're a big son. Like those shades.
I know, right?
Superstar.
So, you need to make another new schedule, okay?
Huh?
To bring her again.
To bring her back. Yes, I'll bring her back. Hopefully she can come next week. I'll see. But there was a time when I guess I was talking and I wasn't on there.
Yeah.
So once I realized it, I was like, wait, oh no. Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you. No. Of course. I'll be right here. Let me take this. Oh, okay. I'm coming.